does the floor move? Give me your torch.
Tradition that we have in the indie series is one of creepy crawlies, of things that makes you shudder and get a little creeped out. The first one we had snakes, the second one we had bugs, and the third one we had rats.
Oh God, what is this?
Snake in the plane, Chuck! Oh, that's just my pet snake, Reggie. I hate snakes, Chuck! I hate them!
Indiana Jones has one almost pathological fear, and it is a fear of snakes. And so it had to be part of the story.
Snakes. Why do they have to be snakes?
When I came up with the idea that he had a phobia and the phobia should be snakes, I only said snakes because I had just recently read a list of the top 10 phobias. I think snakes was number 3. I think public speaking was number 1. And I remember bringing that to the story meeting when we met with Larry Cash and said, why don't we give him a phobia? He's afraid of snakes. So I was always looking for opportunities to bring the snakes back.
I've seen people that just cannot be on the set when we bring a snake on. They just can't physically
Excuse
allow
me.
themselves to suffer what's going on in their bodies. They just remove themselves.
Feel it. It's just like kosher delicatessen. I think I was able to suggest snakes as Indy's phobia because I'm fine with snakes. I was raised in Arizona. We had snakes, in our house. They would just come out of the desert and somehow get into the house. So snakes were something that I never had a problem with.
Mike Culling was the animal trainer on the first 3 movies, and I've had the great pleasure of working on the last 2. And of course, Mike Culling's work with the snakes on Indiana 1 is the envy of every reptile enthusiast around the world. That is the stamp. That is the one. That's the golden orb. That's what everyone is striving for, to get that one job.
Well, honestly, when I wrote the script, I never really thought about it one way or another. It seems a funny thing to say, but I mean, it didn't occur to me that we were going to have like thousands of snakes around us. And I think maybe the first time I said something to Stephen about it, he said, "Oh, well, we're going to have these mechanical snakes, and it's, And once we started shooting the film, it became clear right away that mechanical snakes didn't work, that they didn't look like real snakes. And so they had to immediately abandon that. And all of a sudden, while we were at Elstree Studio in London, this call went out for 4,000 or 5,000 more snakes.
Get on it right now and get as many snakes here as you can within the shortest period of time. He says we get 5,000 houses in 2 or 3 days.
And all of these snake wranglers started to come in, and suddenly there were thousands and thousands of snakes on the set.
We had dozens of these containers full of all manner of snakes. We were working with, I think, as many as 8,000 to 10,000 snakes. Thousands of which, by the way, escaped each day through cracks, crevices. So they're constantly being renewed.
A lot of them were quite harmless snakes. They weren't even true snakes. A lot of what we worked with were actually lizards that are called glass snakes. And you can literally stick your finger in their mouth and they won't bite you.
Some of them are called glass snakes. They're actually a legless lizard. And they're actually a lizard. They get about 3 feet long. It's a European one. They get about that fat and about 3 feet long. And they are a lizard because they blink. Snakes don't blink. So you look at this thing. Is it a snake? Blink. It's a lizard. We're okay. We're going to live.
This is the Burmese python. And this is the same species that actually came out through the skull. This one weighs only about 25, maybe 30 pounds. But after 10 minutes of holding this thing, it gets a lot bigger.
Pythons are actually very nice to work with. they're pretty docile by nature. Most of them being homegrown, they're born in captivity.
And we had some cobras that had to be handled very, very carefully. People think you can detox cobras, but you can.
The only time I really felt a little bit in danger was when we had the cobras on the set, and you saw everybody get very serious. And we had to have the anti-venom there and an ambulance, and everybody really paid attention when the cobras came on the set.
The big event is the cobra that pops up in front of Indiana Jones. I mean, I think that is just fabulous. Cobras are my favorite snakes. These are the one snake that says, surprise! Everyone hates that. They love it, but they hate it. But cobras are very polite. They'll stand up and tell you I'm here. But they kind of respect that. They're probably one of the easiest snakes to work with. If you have a cobra that wants to hold its ground. There are cobras that hold their ground, and they'll put up and stand and stare at you. That's the one that's perfect for what you need, especially if you move. Everywhere you move,